Recently on this channel, we discussed how many college graduates are struggling to find a high paying job right now. Can you imagine adding an entire face tattoo into the situation? So let's find out why this lady is struggling to get a job, because I have no clue.
Talk about something that is really starting to annoy me. So I applied for a job at TJ Maxx a few weeks ago and they denied my application. They couldn't even call me. They just sent me some automated email. So I went in today and I was like, so what was the reason I didn't get hired? And she was like, oh, like you just like don't have enough experience. There was candidates that had like more experience than you. And, I asked
Experience for TJ Maxx? I don't think you need much experience. They're lying to you for sure.
her if it was about my tattoos, obviously, because I know a lot of places don't like tattoos. She said that wasn't the reason. I don't feel like that's true, but whatever, I'll leave it at that. So I'm just wondering how, like, teenagers and young adults who haven't had a job before, how are they supposed to get employed if these places are only hiring people with experience? So
wait, so you just said that you're pretty certain that that is not true and that it did have something to do with your tattoos, but yet now you are wondering how other people without face tattoos are getting jobs. It has nothing to do with them not having job experience, and it has everything to do with them not having the bafflement on their chest or Satan crawling up their neck. I mean, these aren't just any tattoos. These are tattoos that would make people run away. And I don't think that that is what any business's goal is to do.
younger people just can't get a job because they haven't worked enough.
Because they don't have face tattoos of Satan. And I mean, the tribal tattoos are one thing, but did you really have to get Satan on your neck? And I don't think that TJ Maxx's uniforms are turtlenecks that go up to here and just cover the whole face. They're not thneeds.
So, like, they'll deny a 16-year-old a job because they don't have enough work experience. Like,
No.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's probably been a whole lot harder for her. And I mean, the face tattoos are one thing. Many people would find the very thick septum piercing also as not the most appealing for an employee. And it's not like she's just like, oh, it's because of my couple small little tiny tattoos. I mean, her entire arm is literally a tattoo. Her entire face is tattooed. You cannot cover that. And unfortunately, we do judge books by their cover.
And, I hate that my tattoos are such a defining factor for me getting a job or not. Like, just because I have tattoos doesn't mean I'm not going to be a good worker. Like, I do not understand that at all.
And she is completely right. She seems like she has a great personality. She speaks well. She seems friendly. However, it is not the time or the place for a face tattoo. So she's saying that she doesn't understand how her face tattoos are so defining as if they are not on her actual face. If we were in a different situation and I was in a rave and everybody said mosh pit and I turned around and I saw this lady, I would be like, yes, I want you on my team. But if I was hiring somebody for the receptionist at a hospital, I would think, no, those two things don't really go together. And so it's like, this is the lifestyle you chose. And it seems like it always started with the little teardrop that people thought was just so cool and just so bad. But then it just turned into people actually tattooing their entire faces.
I could be wrong, but I've seen that, like, in Europe, like, people with tattoos and piercings can get jobs, like, way easier there.
Bye.
So why is America not hopped on the bandwagon? Another thing, too, is, like, all these places, they say that they're hiring, but I feel like they're not.
They're hiring people. I just don't think that they're hiring you. Again, these are not just any tattoos. These are Satanist tattoos, and we live in a Christian country. And so she's just like trying to blame the entire country, saying that everybody else needs to change or that she should bear no responsibility for getting something as permanent as a tattoo on her face. So then I found this clip of her saying, to the people who said I could never find a job because of my tattoos and piercings. And then she goes on to play an Eminem song where he goes like, yum, 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 yum. He's like, yum, 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 all these people and all their talk. And I watched the whole clip and I was like, okay, so did she get the job at TJ Maxx? What is she doing now? And then the video just ended. And I was like, wait, the whole video was just you doing this to people who have said you'll never find a job. But then you never found a job? I thought by the end of the video, she was going to show herself as in some type of wonderful role, even better than TJ Maxx. But then the video just ended. And I guess it was just, yum, yum, yum. You guys were right. Yum, yum, yum. But it was true. So this is another guy who didn't get a call back from TJ Maxx. And they pay about $16, a little over $16 in my state. So, I mean, it's a retail position. It shouldn't be that hard of a job to get. However, another person, bad news, guys, I got a call back from TJ Maxx. At least I got a call back. To my complete surprise, it looks like I will not be getting the job. I don't know why. Maybe it's his hat. Do you guys think it's the hat? It would seem I'll only ever work for companies that don't dictate what I can do with my body for less than 40 hours a week of less than livable wages. Okay, so you wanted the job, but since you didn't get it, you're just going to hate the company? I guess this is his way of pretending that he's not actually sad about it because he prefers to have face tattoos and do whatever he wants with his body. He can put tattoos wherever he wants to, TJ Maxx. It's crazy because people recognize that tattoos that you cannot cover are job stoppers, yet they still go out and get them and ruin their career and their chances at even retail or fast food type jobs. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you do this?
My first ever job stopper tattoo, as if come with me to get my first ever job stopper tattoo, as if my current career choice hasn't already fucked that up for the future. So I first start off by getting a smoothie. So important to get your blood sugar up before an appointment. I'm getting a sleeve done by Jow at Secret Gold. If you haven't seen his work before, go check it out because it is absolutely insane. Does all of his work freehand directly onto your body, so you just give him an idea of what you want. This was my...
How are you going to cover that? Now you need a job where you wear mittens all the time. This girl posts, POV, I'm at a job interview, and you said you'll hire me if I take out my piercings. Not gonna happen because I prefer my piercings over stability, success, prosperity. I just prefer to be a rebel like everybody else. So basically, what are you rebelling against? If you want a job as a gangster or some type of mind freak, that would be the only option where this decision makes sense.
95,000, including my eyes, puts me on my next question. How do you afford all of this? What is your job? Been doing social media full time for about 8 years. Can you rank your top 5 most painful tattoos? My fingers is number 5 for sure. Cried a lot. 4th, armpit.
Oh.
Tag a friend. I have a tattoo right here that says...
This guy has his eyes tattooed. And he said his hand was the most painful? Are you crazy? I mean, this guy has made himself look like a skeleton. Why? You're going to be a skeleton for all eternity. Wouldn't you want to enjoy your skin for the very short years that you're going to have it? He has like the holes for the eyes and the nose and the lines on the mouth. This is just meant to scare people. I don't understand why somebody would want to do that. And why would a company ever want to hire somebody who is going to scare customers away?
Says it's just the game, the rapper. That took 18 hours straight. My leg was swollen. And I could barely walk.
His leg was swollen. Is it seriously worth it to look insane? So this guy says, got a face tat the day before my job interview. Wish me luck.
And I don't know how I'm gonna cover this up. Maybe this hat.
How you're gonna cover it up? What? Didn't you think about this? It's like, I have heard that before you buy something that is expensive or before you make a very important life decision, at least sit on it for a few weeks, maybe even months, to make sure that that is still what you want to do. But so many people get tattoos as an impulse decision, and they don't realize that they are affecting the rest of their lives. And a lot of people do. They do regret their tattoos because you're not the same person today that you're going to be in 10 years. You don't know if you're going to be into the same things. Your beliefs, your personality can shift. You're going to have new experiences, new knowledge. So I don't know. Ugh. Now, this guy says you'll never get a job with face tattoos and piercings. And then he says, oh, really? Because I just became a dental assistant. And that is great. Good for him. This guy, he looks like Post Malone. I can totally see it. And I mean, his tattoo was small. He didn't have a devil on his neck. And so I guess the types of tattoos that you have do matter as well. And also how big they are. You are just way too beautiful to need a face tattoo. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.